how to pan for gold without leaving your home. Jake from Jake's Prospecting. For people who are just starting off and never done panning before, don't have any equipment, you can get a pack. I bought this one from Dirtbag Gold. I'm going to do a review on their pay dirt, on their starter kit at the same time. And it comes with a pan, a snuffer bottle which you'll need to suck the gold up, and a small bag of pay dirt. So this one has 0.4 of a gram, so just under half a gram of gold in it. What you'll need, I mean, if you already have a pan and a snuffer bottle and stuff like that, you can just buy the pay dirt from many different companies. Just make sure that you buy a pay dirt with the guaranteed minimum amount of gold. So some will say guaranteed gold, but they don't exactly say how much. Depends how much you want to spend and what your budget is. So this kit cost me $115.95, but I mean you can get them much cheaper. So all you're going to really need is some pay dirt, gold pan, a snuffer bottle, and a kitchen strainer. So you can just get these from the op shop for $1, whatever. And something to pan into. So you always want to pan into a container, a dish. You know, you can use a baking tray or a plastic container. I'm just going to use another pan. Another thing that you want to do before you pan, if you've got a brand new one, is you want to season your pan. Okay, so you don't want to grab a brand new pan like this and start panning, because they have oils and stuff on them and they're so slick the gold will just slide straight off. So what you want to do is give it a good wash in some soapy warm water, and don't be afraid to use a scourer, scratch it up a bit. You can also use a little bit of sandpaper. Make sure you rub the whole thing over, give it a good rub. You want it to be, rough as guts, because you want the gold to, it helps the gold stay there. Another thing that you can use is a magnet. You don't need to, but it does make the process a lot easier, especially if you're beginning, if you're starting off. So I've just got a magnet in a medicine cup, and I'll show you how this works in a minute. But again, you don't need this, it just makes it easier. So that's about all you need. Okay, so once you've seasoned your pan and you're ready to go, there's one I prepared earlier. It's a little bit smaller. I just prefer to use these. It's easier to fit in my other dish. Okay, so once you've got a nice seasoned pan, you want to get some water in your dish. In with your water, you also want to put some surfactant in. So I use rinse aid. You can use dish soap, so you just want to chuck a splash of that in, and that stops the really fine gold from floating, because gold's hydrophobic, and the really fine stuff will float on the surface tension. So that just breaks that surface tension of the water, so your gold will sink to the bottom. There we go, got our water, we got a container, kitchen strainer, and our pans here. I've got a small table, so I'll sit down there for now. This is the pay dirt that I've got from Dirtbag Gold. I think it comes from Queensland. Yeah, I haven't bought this one before. So this one has a guaranteed minimum 4.4 of a gram, so just under half a gram, and it came with the pan and the snuffer bottle. So it's heat sealed, so we'll open this up. Also comes with some tweezers, plastic tweezers, and that's what our material looks like. Alright, and then we just simply want to pour our material into the strainer. Okay, it comes with more stuff than I thought. Cool. So if you've got the bag of pay dirt, you want to make sure that there's no material stuck in the creases. So you can simply just rip the bag open. And we just want to gently classify this through the kitchen strainer. Gravel stuck in your mesh. Okay. So now we've got two classifications. The reason for doing this is although gold's really heavy, the small gold, the really small gold, is not going to be heavier than the bigger rocks. So if you're trying to pan fine gold out with this stuff, then you're probably going to lose some. Right. So look at that, I can see some gold already. Okay, so I'll start with the bigger stuff. Sit that over there. Pick some of these bigger rocks out. Okay, and you just want to submerge the material so it's completely underwater. And you just swirl it around backwards and forwards, side to side, doesn't really matter. You just want to stratify this material, move it all around so it gives the gold a chance to sink to the bottom. So once you've given that a good stratify, a good shake, you kind of want to hold it on a slight angle. So the corner of this pan is at the bottom. So you kind of want the level of this water to be straight across that bottom. And then once you've gave it a good stratify, you can stop and then you can tip, and then simply dip the pan into the water and lift it back out. You can pull it back a little bit so it washes all that lighter material off the top. You want to do that a few times. Try not to throw it. You just got to lift it up, drop it back down, and scoop some more water in, and repeat that process. Bit of shake. Tip it out. Repeat the process. That's about this point. You don't need to swirl it around anymore, you just want to go backwards and forwards. side to side. And you just keep doing that. Until you've got about a tablespoon of material left. So that will probably do it. And you want to stratify it a little bit, and then keep just a small amount of water in the pan, about the same amount of water as you do material, and you just want to swirl it up and back down. I go each side like this, nice and gently. Once you got like half the material down here, you just tip that out. Do it again. Washing it like this, and you'll start to see the gold appear. There you go, 4 nice pickers, 1 little flake. Alright. Then you just want to get your snuffer bottle. I mean, you could pick these ones out with your tweezers or your hands, it doesn't really matter. You just want to squeeze all the air out of it, and holding it like this, put it in the water and then let go. Now your gold's in the bottle. Set your bottle to the side. I like to just go through it, this last bit, just give it a just double check, make sure that no bits of gold floated down with the stones, and we're all good. Alright, now for the smaller material, this is where the magnet comes in handy. So I like to just take my magnet in my medicine cup, you can see all that magnetic material there, and then I'll drop it back in, pick it up a couple times. Again, you don't have to do this, but it does make the process a lot easier, and especially if you're beginning, if you're just starting out, then this can be really hard to separate from the gold. So put that in there. I already see some flakes of gold, which is really good. Now you probably don't want to put all the material in straight away. You probably just go like maybe this much when you're starting out. I'm going to go half of it. And it's the same process as before. Give it a good stir, good shake. Don't be scared to be rough with it, as long as it's not spilling over the sides, you're right. With the finer stuff, you probably want to hold it more flat, but still on quite a good angle, so that the lighter material washes off. And you can sit it in there, and piece of gold there nearly flew out. So yeah, it's got to be nice and patient. It's hard for me sometimes. Probably go 4, 5 times and then bring it back, stratify it again. And just washing it off like this. Just repeat that process. Keeping an eye on the corners here, along the back. There's a lot of fine gold that will probably start to show up in these corners. And gently just swirl it around and let it fall back down, keeping an eye out for any gold that might want to come down. I know there's no gold in there, so I can wash that out. Stratify it and wash it back. Tap. And that will help separate the gold from the black sand. hold the pan on the side and just tap the top. You get your gold. Down here like this. Just cover it in a bit of water. And then it'll go back up to the top. There you have it. Some good sized gold. It's a really good tip for learning how to pan. A little bit down here. Squeeze the bottle, put it in, let the bottle go. And suck up all that gold. Hopefully we haven't missed any. If you can hear that rain, good day to be in the shed panning at home. Stratify. Again, you want all that gold to sink down to the bottom, to this corner. Hold it on a slight angle so your water's level, and just shake it around. Again, just making sure that all the gravel is completely submersed in water. And just gently wash all the lighter material off. Bring it back, stratify, and wash. When you get down to the small amount in there, when you're washing it out, you don't really want to wash the water all the way up to the back here. You just want to start coming up here, just like that. It does take a few pans to get the hang of it. Once you got all your gold out, You can simply just tip the gold back in and repan it. Back. Set it up, push it back. Side of the pan. I don't know if my arm's in the way, but there you go. And then we want to take this out of the way. Get our bottle. Swirl it around. Pull that gold out. Sometimes it can get stuck in here. Bottle with a straw in it. And then you can just, sometimes I just squeeze that. That way there's no gold in the pan, and suck the water back up in, swirl it around, tuck it out. Okay, so now we've got our gold in the pan. Shake it down to one side and tap it. There might still be some black sands and stuff in there. Oh, looks pretty good. Now we have it. There's our gold, all cleaned up. Get the snuffer bottle. Suck out all that excess water. Let it dry naturally. You can speed it up, damp it with some paper towel. Being careful not to pick up any gold. You sit in front of the heater. You could use a heat gun, something like that. Careful not to melt your pan if it's plastic. And then I'll show you how I get it into a container. So I'll just dry this out and then I'll come back. Okay, so once you have your gold dried out in the pan, you just fold a piece of paper in half. Bam, it's all ready to tip into a container or onto scales or whatever you want to do with it. If it is your first time panning, then a good idea would be to tip it back into your tailings and practice repanning it out, and you'll just get better and better every time. Always like hold my finger here so it doesn't go flying out of the dish. Use a little brush, paintbrush or something to make sure you get it all. Okay, so well over the 0.4, so I've got 0.464, which is actually really good. So yeah, highly recommend you get that kit. Dirtbag Gold. They have other kits as well, but it was a really good starter kit. You get a pan, you get gold. We've got a little container to put your gold in, some tweezers, and yeah, we got almost half a gram of gold. That was only 0.4 guaranteed, so we got well over the guaranteed amount. Yeah, happy days.